briefly about Belle Collective and Child Love and Marriage Huntsville. Anyways, before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come on over here and kick it with your girl. So we gonna just talk briefly. I'm just gonna throw out some commentary about it, not like a full recap or anything, but we start this episode off with Lateshia and Glen. Y'all know Glen and left the house because Lateshia told him that she wants to be celibate. And Glen is on his Fantasia shit. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me, basically. He is like not trying to hear what she trying to say for real. I'm really over Lateshia and Glen, like I said before. If you're okay with him cheating, then girl, this is the product of being okay with a man cheating. Let's just put it like that. And I get that you want stuff for yourself, and I'm totally on board with that. But like I said in the previous commentary video that I did, you can't just take sex away and then think this. He already is a serial cheater, allegedly. And when you want to be celibate, and of course, him as your husband, he should respect some wishes. But I just don't see being celibate in a marriage. I just don't see that working, especially if y'all used to getting down. I could be wrong. You know, other people could have a difference in opinion, and that's okay. But I just feel like if you want to be completely celibate, then y'all need to separate for a little bit. Like, that's just my honest opinion. I feel like Glen at this point, he know Lateshia is tired as far as, you know, she's tired. I just feel like Lateshia just scared to move on because Glen is all she know. Yes, she loves him, but at this point, child, I'm over it. Take us out the group chat. Like, every season, it's the same shit with Lateshia and Glen, literally. And I'm not exaggerating. That's the crazy part. So, it's just like, y'all been on here all these seasons and ain't shit changed, baby. We need another storyline or something because this thing got old. Child, Kerri is talking about her hair and she got a new dude. Y'all, I think Kerri styled her own hair. What y'all think? I want her to get a stylist. And if you don't have a, you know, you might not get your hair done like that often, because I don't be getting my hair done like that often no more, just because I don't be like to sit there. Y'all, for real, like, which I need to do a little better at that. But these wigs, especially that wig that she be having on in the confessional, Kerri. If you can't do the wigs, and wigs are not easy. Wigs is a lot of work. Put it like that. So if you're not used to wearing wigs, sometimes they don't be right. I just think the easiest thing to start off with to kind of keep your hair looking laid is some braids or something. Because that wig is not doing it, Kerri, girl. But Kerri basically talk about, you know, her and Matt are basically saying they want to be the peacemakers. So y'all go ahead and try to make peace. She talk about, you know, basically pouring more into her businesses and stuff, which I'm like, okay, you know, that's always a great thing. Kerri invite all the ladies besides Latrice and Lateshia out, and basically she's telling the ladies that she want to have Kerri, y'all, I forgot the name that she called it. But basically, she want to get all the ladies together. And Meridian is like, maybe it's too soon. They like, you know, everybody has tried to get Lateshia and Latrice on the same page, but they don't feel like it's going to work out. But Kerri is adamant about this, and she's like, you know, we're Bells, and we need to all be on the same page. So basically, she invite them out basically to invite all of them, and so she's going to invite the other ladies separately and see where it goes. So Selena go visit Lateshia at her job, and we know Lateshia is a Bells woman, and Selena said that she used to be one a few years ago, and she's looking to get back into it. So she's talking to Lateshia about it, you know, rightfully so, if that's her line of work right now. And so after they talk about the Bells woman of it all, Selena invites Lateshia to Kerri's thing. And Selena basically said that, you know, she would rather listen to her grandson cry than to listen to them argue back and forth. And I'm like, baby, I guess Selena motherfucking fed up, because listening to a child cry for 12 hours straight is crazy. But Lateshia is hesitant. She's like, she don't know if she's gonna show up. She said that she's gonna miss her vibrator to come be with them. And I'm like, girl, so you will use your vibrator, but you don't want Glen to touch you? Oh yeah, baby, you over it. Like, you over it. You it's over it. Well, okay, girl. But she says that she's gonna come. Well, she's thinking about it. So Matt meet up with Cliff, and Matt is very level-headed. You can tell he just cool, laid back, and just try to, do what's right. That's kind of the guy that I see him as. But Cliff, it's just like, he on his wife's side. That's his wife. He riding with his wife, as he should, just like Glen should ride with his wife. Matt said that he would see if Glen will apologize to Latrice, which, y'all, I really don't feel like Glen was wrong, because all those women was surrounding his wife, and they were all getting into it, and it looked like that y'all would jump her at any damn minute. So it's not like he walked up on the ladies and actually was like confrontational and getting into it with the ladies. He was literally just telling them to back up. Y'all not doing this, back up off my wife. But like basically diffusing the situation because y'all were surrounding her. So I really don't think he was wrong. And like I said, Glen's supposed to ride with his wife. Cliff is supposed to ride with his wife. Now Latrice is dead ass wrong in a lot of shit that she do. But Lateshia has been dead ass wrong too. I just feel like it's one of those things where if y'all not willing to apologize to each other and just be cordial with each other, it's never gonna work. The husbands are gonna have to choose a side, and that's if they want to keep the peace in their home, they are going to have to choose their wife's side. And basically, that's what Cliff said in a nutshell. And I don't feel like he's wrong for that. Like at the end of the day, he like, shit, I got shit going on in my household, basically, with my wife. She got her blood clots, and ain't no telling what else they got going on. So, of course, like he said, if it comes to his wife or Glen, then Glen gotta go. And can't nobody do nothing but respect that. Yeah, I understand this is a show, and, people have to get along because y'all gotta work. But at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. And both of them are wrong in their own ways, but the husbands, like I said, they gotta ride with home. They gotta ride with their wife. As the ladies are heading to Kerri's event, Tambra get a call and she finds out her dad has a stroke. And I know I've seen a lot of people talking about Latrice smiling, but if y'all been watching the show for a while, y'all should know by now that that's a nervous, like, Latrice has a nervousness to herself where when she gets in uncomfortable situations and stuff, she tends to smile. Like she does it every time. Any uncomfortable, if y'all just watch, she start breathing heavy and she started like being jittery or whatever, and she always have a little smirk. I don't think she's doing it purposely. I think that's just a nervousness of her way of coping with certain things. Like even when she talked about her deceased brother, her deceased siblings, she does it. Like any situation that she's in, she does it. And I think some of y'all just be reading too deep into it. Selena, they are both trying to console Tambra the best way they can. And it's just in some situations, no matter what you say, it may not be perceived well because it's one of those situations. It's like it's a lot of situations that happen and I literally have no words. I may try to say something, encouraging or uplifting, but for the most part, it's only so much you can say for real. And so Selena is like, I've had a stroke too, friend, and I'm here. He's going to be okay. Some of y'all took that the wrong way. Like, I guess y'all felt like she was diminishing the bigness of the stroke. But I thought that was her way of saying, he's going to be okay. I was able to overcome it. Don't think the worst. That's how I took it. But we know y'all here on this internet, y'all take every little thing and nitpick and try to make it something that it's not. Latrice basically told her, if you want to go home, let's go home. I don't think she meant it like, oh, if you want to go home, girl, then go home. No, I just think that was another way of them trying to console her and not knowing really what to say and just trying to, you know, help her in that situation. So Tambra does leave as she should and go be with her father. You know, she's talking to him over the phone. Well, he's not responding, but they have her on speakerphone so he can hear her voice and stuff. And she's like, she's a daddy's girl, and you know, she wants the best for her dad and she wants him to be okay. So prayers to Tambra and her family. So the ladies are at Kerri event and they basically talk, and then the lady that talked to them before comes in and she's talking to them, trying to get them on the same page. This is just one of those things. I feel like I said, I keep saying it, that they are both wrong. I feel like Lateshia has done a lot before in the past. And then what Latrice did last season was like, okay, now you did the most. And now it's just one of those things where they done so much that it's like, y'all can't come back from it. Like, I think the last straw for Lateshia was when Latrice bought this woman on here talking to her man, because she don't like the way they made her look. And like I said, that was wrong. But I'm not gonna act like Lateshia haven't been wrong either. I feel like they've both done stuff to each other. I feel like at this point, y'all don't need to be friends. Y'all just need to be cool enough to get the work done, to do y'all job and go. A lot of people are saying they are saying that this was a sisterhood and that's why nobody should get in it, because it's deeper than we may know, which is true. But me personally, I don't really think they were ever real friends. Let's just be clear. And the reason why I say that is all the shit that has been done. Like, a lot of y'all are excusing a lot of shit that Lateshia have done because of the shit that Latrice did last season. And granted, Latrice was dead ass wrong. I'm not saying she was right, but we not gonna act like Lateshia haven't been on bullshit either. That's the whole point for me. It's like, y'all really don't like each other. Yeah, y'all got history. Yeah, y'all might have memories. Yeah, y'all might have called yourself sisters and y'all had that relationship. But like I said, the shit that Lateshia has done, the shit that Latrice has done, y'all really ain't friends for real. Y'all been friends for this show. Y'all been friends because y'all husbands were really cool and close. That's it. That's all. That's how I really see it. And that's it. Like, I'm going to say allegedly, but that's really what it is. Like, they are two people who were friends out of convenience and out of benefit, if we being honest here. So it get a little heated because I feel like Selena and Marie, they be trying to keep it real. Like, Selena told Latrice that she listened to people, and Latrice is like, no, she don't listen to people. She heard it stuff herself. But my biggest thing is, like I keep saying, they are both wrong. I think that they both have to take accountability. I think that they both have tried to tear each other down in different ways. I think that Latrice has held on to all of the stuff that Lateshia has did in the past, and that's why she bought her other homegirl on her to make a fool out of Lateshia and her man. But granted, Glen, wrong as hell. I think Lateshia, like, that was the last straw for Lateshia, which I get that, you know, because Latrice was wrong. But I also think that I don't see Lateshia as a victim because she have done stuff too. But, you know, Lateshia says that Latrice always try to tear her down, and yes, she don't have anything for herself and she's working towards that now. Yes, her husband has cheated. I think they are both in situations where they have shit going on in-house. They have stuff going on with them together. And it's just one of those things where, like I keep saying, I don't think they were really the friends, sisters, like they are trying to make it. They may have said that, and I don't know, maybe they thought they were. But the stuff that I have watched on this show, I would never call a bitch like that's done none of that, sister. Like, first of all, I'm one of them people, I use the friend term very, like, I'm not a person who use that very loosely. Like, I'm not a person that be like, friend, like, that's my friend. And I'm damn sure not a person that's gonna be like, sis. I don't really say sis to people that I really don't. If I don't see you as a sister like that for real, I try to refrain from saying it, just because that's just me. Because I feel like a lot of people use that friend word, and y'all we getting too comfortable with people just like I said, out of convenience, out of benefit, because we're running around the same circles, because we're doing the same thing, does not make us friends. Because the shit that both of them have done to each other, not friendly. Maybe they could talk one-on-one and, like I said, at least be cordial for the show. Both of them need to take accountability on both ends, because I feel like what Latrice said was valid, and I feel like Letitia's feelings from last season was valid. But I'm not fit to sit here and act like Latrice ain't been played with either. Like, I'm not fit to sit here and act like Lateshia haven't played in Latrice's face. If they both have played in each other's face, and I just feel like this is one of those situations where y'all need to talk, be cool, cordial for the show, and keep it moving. That's it. That's all. So, child, that ends Belle Collective. We see a little preview, and as always, Glen is basically sabotaging what Lateshia has going on, and I feel like he's doing it because he knows that Lateshia is working towards getting her own bag, and she's preparing herself, and he can't stand to see that. And this is why I felt like Lateshia was talking too damn much when she was telling him, like, all her stuff play by play. It's like, why would you tell him? Like, I understand that's your husband and you've been with him, and that's all she know, bless her heart. And she is comfortable with telling him everything, but it's just like, at what point do you really, like, if you really trying to make a move, girl, shut the fuck up. You don't have to tell him everything, because he doing shit like this on the next season. So anyway, we wrapping up Belle Collective, and we heading on to Huntsville. So down in Huntsville, child, we starting this episode off with Lateshia and Trish. Trish did talk about her son being in a car wreck. Thankfully he's okay. She said that, when she first, learned about it, when she got to the hospital, that basically they was telling her how messed up the car was, but she wasn't worried about the car, which I think any parent, any mother would agree. If I come here about my child, don't tell me about no motherfucking car. How's my child doing? But thankfully he's okay. Lateshia is doing her messy shit, talking about she heard Ken was in somebody's DMs. And this is the problem I have with Lateshia. Lateshia always cry wolf when somebody says something about her and more so. Don't want nobody talking about her and more so. Don't want nobody asking her questions about her and more so. Hell, if you say more so name wrong, she's going to make a big ass issue out of it. But you be knee deep in everybody else's business. And this is why I want Nell to get on her ass. Like, just quit spurring her. This is like, she been doing this shit since Mel was on the show. And a lot of y'all couldn't see it because some of y'all don't like Mel. But no, Tisha is full of shit, and she been full of shit. And it's so funny because I feel like Tisha just really thinks she that girl, and she thinks she's the main character, and it's just not landing. And it's because you fake as fuck, Tisha. And child, I don't see how y'all don't be seeing this. And I'm glad that Trish really didn't too much buy into it, but I feel like Tisha just crying because she like, well, Trish was like, well, he went to go stay with Will. And so she like, well, hey, y'all gonna fix that. Is y'all still talking about marriage? And Trish is like, she's not talking about marriage, because she like, well, if you married, you can't just go up and when y'all get mad at each other and leave the house, which I do agree with that. But it's just like, I can't take Tisha serious. It's because when anybody says something about anything that you got going on, you and more so, you don't want nobody to talk about it, but you want to spend your whole storyline talking about everybody else's relationship, and that's the shit that I do not like. So Nell and Fletcher. Nell is overwhelmed and stressed out, and Fletch has got his real estate license revoked for fraud. I believe that's what it's for, something like that. And he's like, he has his lawyer and stuff working on it, that it'll be back active soon. But as for now, he's like, Nell is gonna have to help him out a little bit. Nell is adamant, like, she's like, oh, that daycare is mine. I've been doing that for 19 years. I don't have any on it in your real estate thing, so why you think you gonna come over here with me? Everything is on my back. And while I get where Nell is coming from, I just feel like this is a situation where that's your husband and that's what you signed up for. Like, that's a marriage. And I think a lot of people forget that that's a relationship. A lot of people, and I'm not talking about Nell them because they've obviously been married for years, but I'm just speaking in general. A lot of people see the glitz and glam, and they see, oh, the wedding photos, the engagement photos, you know, the wedding pictures and all of this stuff, but they don't see the real life situations happening behind the scenes. They don't see the actual relationship, because when you're in any type of relationship, whether you're married or not, when you've been with somebody long term, there will be ups and downs. And when I say ups and downs, I'm not talking about infidelity or anything like that. I'm talking about real life shit happening where somebody parent might pass away, siblings, any people in your family just in general might pass away. Somebody may lose a job, lose a source of income, get sick, anything. Real life shit happen, and you as their partner, that's when you have to pick up the slack. And I get Miss Nell saying that, you know, she's overwhelmed, but it's like, Miss Nell, you do everything for your kids and you can't help your husband out. And like I said, I get it, because like, when you're looking at his income coming in too, and that's probably a big part of y'all income together. So yeah, you feel a certain type of way, and yeah, you may feel stressed, but at the end of the day, that's still your husband. I just feel like this one of them situations where shit, he better get his ass up there to the goddamn daycare and work his ass off. That's it. That's all. I mean, that's part of a marriage. I think Miss Nell may feel like sometimes Chris don't care, because he has like a very, I feel like, nonchalant attitude where he's just laid back, which he probably really is stressed out, but he know how to put on his face, and he know how to, you know, I feel like he's one of those people that it's like, it is what it is. I can't change the outcome. Now I gotta figure out what the solution gonna be. How I'm gonna figure this out. I think that's more Chris approach, where Miss Nell, she may be like that, but she's gonna complain the whole way through, and she's gonna, you know, feel away, and she want everybody to feel away, because she feel like, because she's stressed out, she feel like he's not showing that he's stressed out because he's not reacting how she's reacting, if that makes sense. And don't get me wrong, granted, they've been together years. A lot of this could be for the show, even though I like Nell and Fletcher. Hell, I feel like Nell and Fletcher can carry the show without the damn Scots, but I digress. I just feel like it's one of those things where, you know, she just overwhelmed. She just got a lot on her back. I think she said her dad is staying with her. She's helping Lance with his kids and their other grandkids, and she's always helping somebody, and she's not feeling like she has a break or time to catch up to herself. I think that's her biggest issue. It's like she had time for herself before, but now she's really not seeing like she has time for herself, which I get that will make anybody overwhelmed and stressed out, but at the same time, it's one of those situations where it is what it is. We got to figure out the solutions to how we going to get there. Complaining is not going to change the situation. What are we going to do to change the situation? And I think, like, as a woman, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to crash out. I might go cry. I might cuss your ass out. I might not want to be nobody talking to me or whatever, maybe for a day or two. But then after that, I'm solution based. Like, I can't sit around and like cry and mope and how the fuck I'm going to figure this out? That's me. And I feel like Chris is one of those people where he just laid back and he want to figure it out. Where Miss Nell, she want to see that he feel a certain type of way. And he's probably like trying to put on a good face, especially being on this show. So yeah. Kimmy still going outside, y'all. Maurice, I feel like Maurice is just at a point where he really don't give a damn, but he don't want to really hurt her, if that makes sense. Y'all know how some men will stay with women and not give a damn what the hell they do, what the hell they say, do what the hell they want to do, but it's really waiting on the woman to leave him. Like, he's waiting on the woman to file for the divorce. He's waiting on the woman to leave, but she won't do it. And I think that's the issue. Like, he don't want to just, he want her to do he want her to make the first move. That's how I feel, allegedly. It's like Kimmy keep trying to change his mind on what he's saying. He told her that, you know, he want her to be happy whether they together or not. She didn't like that. He also said, you know, that the monster, their youngest son, is about to go off to school, and now they gotta see if they really like each other. And I feel like now that his son is raised and is off to school, he really don't need Kimmy no more, and he's ready to be outside. I really feel like that. Like, even with the shit, like, I've always felt like Maurice was one of those people that was full of shit. But when he said what he said about when she was going through her chemo and she was going through cancer, and he was like, she just lay there and take it, even when they showed the clip from him talking to Carlos King, and Carlos King face said it all. That's how I was looking, and it's like, Kimmy, he embarrass you every time he get. It's like one of those things where it's like everybody can see it but you. But I do understand sometimes when you in love, everybody can see it but you. You know, when you in it, everybody can see it but you. But it's like, Kimmy, he is just making a fool out of you. And a lot of people keep saying Kimmy is so smart, Kimmy is an RN. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Being book smart and having common sense and stuff, it's not the same thing. Just because she's book smart and she was able to become a RN or whatever y'all feel, doesn't mean she wasn't desperate. Doesn't mean that she wanted to be married and she didn't care about how any mean. Doesn't mean that she's not in a situation where she sit back and let her men do anything that he wants to do in the name of having a man and having a husband. And at this point, I didn't know that they were together. Like, I knew that they were together before the show, but I didn't know that they were together for 7 years. And I think one of the qualifications was you had to be married to get on the show, which, like I said, if she was okay with being with him, that's fine. Like, however people choose to live their life is their business. But do y'all think he married her just so he could get on the show? He really didn't want to get married again? Because I think that's another thing. He's been married before. Kimmy hasn't. So he may not really want to get married again, but he's seen this show. He was like, shit, I already been with her 7 years. This is another form of income. So I'm just going to do it. And, you know, we just going to figure it out. I'm going to say allegedly, but that could be a reason that he married her. But I just think when you was going through the roughest time in your life, and it's truly a life or death situation, you were really sick, and all he cared about was getting his dick wet, and he just wanted you to lay there and take it, that would have been an app for me. And it's just because for me, when it comes to certain stuff, I can't overlook it. Like, I'm that type of person, when you really truly rub me the wrong way, it's certain shit that I can't overlook. And I'm going to have an attitude every damn day, every time I think about it. And when it's some shit like that, I'm going to think about it often. That's just me personally. I just feel like she's trying everything to make it what it's not. And it's just like he really don't give a damn. Like, the stuff that he says, and she tried to make it seem like he's not aware. And at the same time, y'all keep saying, well, Kimmy is an RN and she's smart and she should know better. Maurice is a damn lawyer. He's not stupid by far. He is aware of every damn thing that he's saying, and he just don't give a damn. Like, let's just be clear here. We gonna call a spade a spade. He do not care, and I feel like he's waiting for Kimmy to leave him. But Kimmy keeps wanting to, you know, make it work. And that's her marriage, and if that's what you want to do, cool. But it's just like the flags were flagging all over the town. He, first of all, and I said that I would have been out with the situation when she was going through cancer, but the fact that your son didn't like this man, and that your son, you felt like he mistreated your son, and you still married him, tells me everything I need to know. So anyways, child, I'm over Kimmy and Maurice at this point. If you want to be a fool, girl. And we gonna say allegedly to all, allegedly. Martell, Chris, and Ken are sitting down talking. Fletch is telling them about him losing his license, where his license is suspended right now. Martell is like, how you gonna feed your family? Because they all know, and he's like, what Nell said about it, because I know Nell got a lot on her plate. And he's telling Martell that ain't the only thing he do. Basically, they'll be okay. They'll figure it out. They asked Ken about him and Trish. Ken said that he had to get another apartment. Trish said that he went to stay with what is his Will. So who the fuck knows for real? But at the same time, maybe he did get an apartment and Trish don't want to say it yet, because do y'all think they still? I don't even think they still together for real. Like present day, maybe they just. And I've said this before a few times. Like Trish really needs to heal and be by herself. She needs to continue going to counseling without Ken, because she got a lot of stuff like she needs to deal with. Trish is not the most honest person. Trish has a lot of trauma, and I've been saying that I feel like if Marquez wanted to get back with Trish and he got his shit together, she would go back to Marquez. I really believe it, allegedly. And I feel like Ken want to be on the show, so he's going to play his role. Martell, bald-headed ass, talking about he needs to get a younger woman. But Ken is like, anything over 30, he don't want. They slow. He good. Martell is so full of shit, and this is his problem. And this is why he over there stuck with Ariane, because we know she ain't the brightest bulb in the box. Yeah, but she needs to get a young woman. And Chris is like, you always you want a young, so he can have somebody to control you. You can't control everybody. And I feel like Chris, like I said, Chris got more sense. Chris is cool. You can't control nobody, and that's your problem, Martell. And Ariane, she's so damn dumb. She thought she was getting the big dog and learned that real quick that the big dog in the relationship was male. So it's just like, she'll be tired of his ass soon. Ariane will, if she already ain't, child. Of course, they're going to try to save face because of how they got together. But, child, you want somebody that you can control. It's, baby, trying to control a person is crazy work. I feel like if I got to control you, or if I want you to do, if I gotta control you and you need to do everything I say, and I gotta make sure you doing this and you doing that, baby, it ain't gonna never work, because I don't got time for that. And life is already too short. I do not have time to be trying to control another person that is my spouse, a man, and for him, a woman. I got kids, baby. I don't have time for this shit. Like, if you gonna go do some shit, you gonna go do it, because who is not fit to be out stalking your ass, trying to see what you doing? It's me. Like, I don't got time for this shit. Like, because anything a person want to do, they gonna do it whether you're trying to control them or not. Destiny is gonna be opening up more about her family life. And so maybe this is good for Destiny. Then she could have something really to talk about other than all these fake ass relationships and stuff. So if I'm gonna be watching, hey, something to watch. She's looking for her brother and sister. She's never met them before. And so, yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny all meet up. And in true Tisha fashion, she is mad at Destiny because she really wants Destiny to go against Miss Nell for her. And that's it, that's all. She's always, whose side you on, whose side you on. Tisha's one of those people where she wants you to beef with everybody that she beef with. And it's like, girl, she's cool with Martell. Like, that's who she came on the show, her and with Mel. And why would she go against them? And she's been knowing Miss Nell for years, way before you. Like, why would she go against them? Like, yeah, y'all can have y'all issue. but I'm trying to be neutral and stay out of it, but you're trying to put me in the middle. Tisha is one of them people that's just exhausting. She's very draining. And Kimmy showing her true age. Y'all talking about Tisha for them streets. People don't be knowing it, but Tisha for them streets. Kimmy, that's not what that means. But Tisha can't check no damn body. And I'm glad that Destiny didn't let her check her. But this is what Destiny get. And this is how it be when people become friends, because y'all have a mutual person that y'all don't like and y'all want to gang up on. This is the result of that. Y'all ain't never really truly liked each other, and already, because Marceau don't like Destiny, because, and this is why Tisha is wanting Destiny to choose a side. And it's like, I'm not fixed to beef with the people that I've been cool with, bitch, because you got an issue with them. But this is what Destiny get. Like, you went against Mel, somebody who was actually genuinely helping you out, and to be up under bitches who, they don't fuck with you for real. Like, they just seen that you had a common enemy, and we need to be cool because we need to take this person down. That was it. That was all. But Tisha is exhausting. Like I said, she want people to pick a side because she can't handle shit on her own. We see she calls her mother for everything. Kimmy would not be Tisha's friend if it wasn't for her being with Maurice. She said it seasons before that she would not be friends with Tisha if that wasn't her sister-in-law. That told me everything I needed to know. Kimmy just didn't got with the program because they probably didn't have talks outside of the show, and has made a pact to stick together because they are family. That's it. That's all. Y'all see, Kimmy didn't have shit to say to Destiny. Usually Kimmy have a however moment. She ain't have a however moment this moment because it ain't shit you can say. And I am glad that Destiny let it be known that, bitch, I'm not kissing your ass, girl. Fuck you. Like, because that's really what it is. Now, I do think Destiny may try to still be kind of cool and cordial and play nice with them just because she's on the show. But Tisha has always been full of shit. Like, Tisha is one of them people where if it's not her way, or if it's not, you're not on her side, she don't want to fool with you. And it's because, like, she ain't got, because what? Anyways, that wraps up not Married to Medicine. I'm sorry, y'all. That wraps up Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.